this game.
Second down, back to Sanders.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Off the play,
steps away to his left, and he will not make it back to the line. Down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hand off to Sanders.
Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Hurts.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he gets it down to the 32. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's a 2nd down.
So the completion there from Zach Wilson, rookie out of BYU. Charles, what do you think they have to be on the lookout for defensively here, trying to slow him down?
Well, to me, it's sitting up.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Jeff Smith.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Tyler Conklin, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Complete. Smith has it. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned